hiatus for a wedding. We took care of some business with a friend there, and we've got a featured band tonight. It's the Cascade Sweethearts, and
Yes.
we're going to let Mr. Steve kick it off tonight.
Well, but first, we have 927-92 on a free request for anybody who can call at 405-1274 and spell hiatus.
Yeah.
How's your hiatus?
Well, there's somebody out there, I'm sure, that is smart enough that can do that, and it's up to you to pay off.
Okay, fine. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks to Chuck and the folks that used to be at Garland Records. Wonderful thing. And he got with a lady from this group we're going to do tonight, one of her family members. And this has been kind of a constant theme. What we're doing is rock and roll groups. This one's country, from decades and decades ago in the Mid-Willamette Valley. And many of them were recorded on Garland Records. Many of them opened for some of this or that or the other world-famous group. Thank you, Chuck. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, here we are at 9 o'clock, and we're doing the Cascade Sweethearts tonight. A country music group based in the Willamette Valley who started performing in the late 1960s. Husband and wife were Joe and Judy Keener. And again, if you're husband and wife in the late 1960s, you better be married at 15 years old, otherwise you're going to be very old now. And so I think it's wonderful where some of these groups have heard themselves played on an FM station as if it was 1964 again, 1971 again. I just, you don't mind my gushing, but I love the show tonight. Thank you, Chuck, for providing a lot of the information and inspiration. Joe Keener played guitar, and he sang. Judy provided vocals, and Judy played bass guitar. Joining in on drums, Judy's brother, Dean Thayer. Later on, other band members included Gene Keys on keyboard, Clay Ashley on drums, J.D. Keener, Joe and Judy's son on drums, Brian Ursig playing pedal, steel, guitar.
In 1969, the Cascade Sweethearts recorded and released a single on Garland Records, which included a cover tune written by Bob Harden titled Tippy Toeing. The flip side of the record featured an original song called Taxi Man, written by the band leader Joe Keener. The third original band member, Joe, Judy, and Dean, are credited on this recording. Years later, a full album was recorded and released by the band titled Love Our Country. Together with Joe and Judy, this album also features Clay Ashley on drums and Gene Keys on keyboards. The location of the recording studio where this album was made is unknown, and no indication of a recording company appears on the record label.
Could be valuable if you find it at a garage sale.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
We've
Find
already told you to
a copy
watch
of that.
Yeah, we've already told you to watch out for Garland Records 45s.
Yeah, some of them sell for some pretty high dollars.
So here you go on this Friday night, 92.7, 92.1, talking about the Cascade Sweethearts who performed at the Lamp Lighter Lounge in Corvallis.
And I kind of remember that name.
Do you? The Lamp Lighter Lounge in
Even
Corvallis.
as a kid, I remember that name.
We'll have to talk to our friend Marty, who grew up in Corvallis.
Yes, he lived just north of Corvallis a little bit.
Lives here in Sweet Home, worked at the same station you and I worked at for a while, but may have remembered the Lamp Lighter Lounge. Joe and Judy Keener owned that, so when the lounge was sold, the group moved out to play at the Blue Gardens in Dallas, Oregon. Continued to play live until 1983 when they stopped performing. And so many of the groups that we have featured here on Friday nights, broke up when they went to college or things happened. We don't have too many of them that had that longevity. starting in the 60s and performing in local clubs until 1983. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, a lot of great information about this group here, and you've got some music coming up for us now.
And you have some more information later.
I do.
Which is pretty cool. So, what we're going to hear is Tippy Towing, a song made famous by the Hardin Trio, recorded by the Cascade Sweethearts. Taxi Man, written by the band itself, Joe Keener, lead guitar. Hard Workin' Woman, also written by Joe Keener. And A World Full of Love, from their album. That one written by Red Simpson, who turns out to be Joe Keener's cousin. No kidding. Then after our 4, we're going to come back with a little information. We're going to do the Hardin Trio version of Tippy Towing. And
we played a Red Simpson song earlier in the week. That Roll Truck Roll.
Yes.
What was a tune that somebody else did. We were featuring talked about the other night.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's get back to business here.
All right, here we go, folks. 92.7, 92.1. We gonna get into it now. Here is Tippy Towing, Taxi Man, Hard Workin' Woman, and A World Full of Love.
Well, Mama, come a tippy-tippy-toeing through the house. Gotta see what's the matter with the baby. It's been a bawling and a squalling and a kicking on the wall, and I guess it's dropped his little bottle, maybe. Oh, Daddy, come a running with the water and the rag. Gonna need another little diaper, maybe. No need to hesitate, no wondering and waiting. I know what's the matter with the baby. We know what's the matter with the baby. Oh, Mama, rock a baby, Daddy, rock a baby too. It's a yawning and a getting sleepy, maybe. So, Mama, keep it rockin', Daddy, rock a little too. And at last, it's a sleepy little baby. And at last, it's a sleepy little baby. Well, Mama, tippy-toeing, Daddy, tippy-toeing too. Gonna try to do a little sleeping, maybe. Whether it will be a minute or an hour or two is depending entirely on the baby. Well, I hear the clock a-ringing, just a donging and a dinging. Daddy, go and make a little money, maybe. Mama, sleep a little longer, but remember while I'm gone, please take good care of the baby. After all, it's just a little bitty baby. Oh, Mama, rock a baby, Daddy, rock a baby too. It's a yawning and a getting sleepy, maybe. So, Mama, keep it rockin', Daddy, rock a little too. And at last, it's a sleepy little baby. And at last, it's a sleepy little baby. Well, Mama, tippy-toeing, Daddy, tippy-toeing too. Gonna try to do a little sleeping, maybe. Whether it will be a minute or an hour or two is depending entirely on the baby. Well, I hear the clock a-ringing, just a donging and a dinging. Daddy, go and make a little money, maybe. Mama, sleep a little longer, but remember while I'm gone, please take good care of the baby. After all, it's just a little bitty baby. Taxi, come and get me, I'm a goner. Taxi, come and get me, I'm a loner. My baby has left me for another. I don't think I can go home all alone. Taxi man, have you ever been so lonely? Have you ever seen a man as sad as me? If you have, maybe you will have some sympathy.
hard-working woman, early to rise. Not enough sleep, hardly open her eyes. Up every morning, ready to go. Sleepy-headed man in the sack called Joe. I got a house full of young, ready for the day. Try to do the housework while the kids play. Rest for the wicked is hard to find. Either I'm wicked or out of my mind. Little bitty baby playing round my feet. Gotta get busy, fix something to eat. Not enough food, hard to go around. Gotta do the shopping before the sun goes down. Got a house full of young, ready for the day. Try to do the housework while the kids play. Rest for the wicked is hard to find. Either I'm wicked or out of my mind. But I'm a happy housewife, just doing my best. Not making any money or getting any rest. I wouldn't take $1 million for the life I live. Not a pretty penny for another I'd give. Got a house full of young'uns, ready for the day. Try to do the housework while the kids play. Rest for the wicked is hard to find. Either I'm wicked or out of my mind. Housework while the kids play. Rest for the wicked is hard to find. Either I'm wicked or out of my mind. Either I'm wicked or out of my mind.
We've got a world full of love, love. We've got a world full of love. Got happiness, sweet happiness. That's what other people dream of, love. We've got a world full of love, love. We've got a world full of love. I got you and honey, you got me. We've got a world full of love. We don't have a lot of fancy clothes like a lot of other people we know. We don't live in a big old house. We don't have a lot of dough.
We've got earth and the green, green grass, food and stuff.
I got you and honey, you got me. We've got a world full of love. We've got a world full of love, love. We've got a world full of love. We got happiness, sweet happiness. That's what other people dream of, love. We've got a world full of love, love. We've got a world full of love. I got you and honey, you got me. We've got a world full of love. We've got a world full of love, love. We've got a world full of love. We got happiness, sweet happiness. That's what other people dream of, love. We've got a world full of love, love.
Well, that wraps it up. There was a world full of love from the album Love Our Country, written by Red Simpson.
I like it.
I liked it. Sounded real good.
Yes, sounded very good. And in the information that Chuck provided, he said that we don't know where the recording studio was. There wasn't a lot of identifying information on the album label. But darn, guy, it wasn't recorded in somebody's garage. That was very nice production value.
Very, very
I like
good.
that.
Very good production value for sure. Before that, hard-working woman, Garland Studios.
Yeah.
And according to the notes here, it says unreleased recording by Joe Keener. And before that, Taxi Man, Garland 45 RPM record, also by Joe. And Tippy Towing at Garland as well, written by Bob Harden.
Really now?
So there you go. That's all the music lineup from the group. All great songs. I like them all. I've got to say, my fave would have been World Full of Love.
I'm going to say that my favorite was the last one also.
But
yeah,
that was a little out of the ballpark, but it's
pretty nice.
Pretty nice.
And they continued to record, folks, until 1983. He apparently has passed away, but she is still living.
She is still living in Salem, according to Chuck, South Salem. And
maybe somebody brings her a recording of our show tonight, and maybe brings back some great memories.
Yeah, absolutely.
For Mrs. Keener, from when they were owned a lounge or performing regularly, and were really on top of it here in the Mid-Willamette Valley. And woo, doggies, that's why we do this, Don.
We love it. We learn something every time we do this. I was thinking the Harden Trio was a little bit later than it was with their country version of it as well. They had a modest hit. Well, I believe it was number 2.
Yeah, wouldn't that have been a big story?
But it was 65.
The Harden Trio covering something by the Cascade Sweethearts. But no, the Cascade Sweethearts did, cover a Harden Trio song that was done in late 65, 66.
Yeah, so we're going to follow up our show with the Harden Trio and stuff.
Yeah, the first song that we played was taken from these guys. The Harden Trio, 1966. Tippy Towing, done, I think, pretty darn well by the Cascade Sweethearts, 92.7, 92.1.